Welcome to Gooseberry Science and Educational Videos. I'm your host, and hey, our little mascot is here to help us unpack some really exciting new tech today.
So picture this. Imagine the one tool that could completely change how you capture your world. It's powerful, it's tiny, it's incredibly smart. Now imagine you can't buy it. Today we're getting into the story of a brilliant piece of technology that's gotten itself tangled up in a web of global politics.
For years, content creators have had this one big problem. How do you get that smooth, cinematic-looking footage without lugging around a ton of heavy gear? Well, DJI's Osmo Pocket series really became the answer for a lot of people, especially if you're a solo creator. And now, with the Osmo Pocket 4, they've taken that solution to a whole different level.
So what makes the Pocket 4 feel so much more grown up? Honestly, it's all about the little things. Reviewers are pointing out some really key physical upgrades. There's a new 5D joystick that gives you super precise control, a dedicated zoom button so you're not fumbling with the touchscreen, and an extra button you can customize for your favorite settings. Even the gimbal clamp is better, adding some real protection. These aren't just tiny tweaks. They really transform this thing into a professional and, more importantly, a reliable tool.
Okay, now let's pop the hood and see what's really going on inside. Because this is where the Pocket 4 just absolutely shines. It basically becomes what one reviewer called a dedicated production crew that I can tag along anywhere I like. Right, the headline feature, the one everyone is talking about, is this: 4K video at 240 frames per second. That is double the slow motion power of the last one, which was already impressive. For creators, that means you can turn a totally normal moment, like a splash of water or a fast action shot, into this breathtaking, super smooth, cinematic scene. And you get to keep all that beautiful 4K detail. It's a game changer.
The dynamic range also got a nice boost, up to 14 stops. Okay, what does that actually mean in the real world? It means the camera is way better at handling difficult lighting. Think about filming inside a coffee shop with a big bright window behind your subject. With 14 stops of range, the camera can see the details in the dark shadows inside and not blow out the bright highlights from the sun outside. It just means less worrying and more freedom to shoot wherever you want.
And for all of you who love to tweak your colors in post-production, this is huge. The Pocket 4 now shoots in a full 10-bit D-Log color profile. This is a massive leap. We're not talking about 16 million colors anymore, we're talking about over a billion. This is what gets rid of that ugly blockiness, the color banding you sometimes see in a clear blue sky. It just gives professional colorists so much more flexibility to create a truly unique look.
I mean, this chart really just spells it out, doesn't it? It shows what a huge generational leap this is. Just look at the photo resolution. It jumped from about 9 megapixels to 37. So yeah, across the board, this isn't some small incremental update. It's a total overhaul.
But the upgrades aren't just about making the picture look prettier. DJI also put a ton of thought into making the whole process of creating stuff just easier and faster.
For anyone who shoots by themselves, ActiveTrack 7.0 is just wow. It's like having your own personal camera operator following you around. It can lock onto you and stay with you, even if you're zoomed in. And get this, you can pre-register your face, so if you walk into a crowd, the camera knows to prioritize you and keep you in focus. It's so smart. And they've gotten rid of some of the biggest workflow headaches. The camera has 107 gigabytes of storage built right in, so you don't even need a micro SD card anymore. Getting your footage onto your computer is like 5 to 10 times faster now. And when you do run out of juice, you can get back to an 80% charge in just 18 minutes. That means less waiting around and a lot more creating. This quote from Gadget Match really just nails it. All these smart, fast, and powerful features, they all come together to let one person create stuff that looks totally professional. It's amazing. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. So after hearing all that, you'd think this camera would be flying off the shelves everywhere, right? And it is. But for one of the biggest markets in the world, it's a camera they simply can't buy. That's right. When the Osmo Pocket 4 launched all around the world on April 16, 2026, it was nowhere to be found on any official US retail sites. And the reason for that? Well, it's all tangled up in national security regulations.
So how did we get here? Well, this didn't happen overnight. It all goes back to the 2025 National Defense Authorization Act. DJI asks for a security review, but the deadline passed before any agency completed it. Because of that, the FCC put DJI on what's called its covered list, which effectively blocks any new equipment from the company from being sold.
And when DJI was asked why the camera wasn't for sale in the US, a spokesperson gave a pretty simple answer. The application for authorization is still pending. They're basically just stuck in regulatory limbo.
So here's the really crucial part. The law was originally written to review foreign-made drones because of national security concerns. But because of how the rule was actually put into practice, it cast this huge net. And the Osmo Pocket 4, a little handheld camera with no propellers, no way to fly, got caught in a regulation that was meant for aircraft.
And, you know, in the world of tech and business, when a market leader gets taken out of the game, even temporarily, you can bet that rivals are waiting in the wings, ready to jump in and fill that space. With DJI locked out, a major competitor saw a golden opportunity.
Yep, enter Insta360. This is just a classic business move. For years, Insta360 has been making really cool and unique 360-degree cameras and action cams. But now they're stepping into the ring and going head-to-head with DJI with a brand new handheld gimbal of their own called the Luna Ultra.
And they are not messing around. Based on what we're hearing from rumors and leaks, the Luna Ultra is going to match the Pocket 4 on key things like that 4K 240 FPS video and 10-bit color. But it's bringing one killer feature to the fight that the Pocket 4 just doesn't have, a dual-lens system that gives it a true 3x times optical zoom. This isn't just cropping in on the sensor, it's a real telephoto lens in your pocket. That's a first for a camera like this.
So what we're really watching here isn't just a couple of new products hitting the market. It's the beginning of the pocket camera wars. It's a full-on battle for creators, and it was kicked off by this wild combination of amazing innovation and government regulation.
And when you lay it all out like this, you see a really fascinating fight. DJI has the proven track record and awesome features like that huge internal storage. But Insta360 is coming in hot with a truly new feature in that optical zoom. And for anyone in America, well, there's one column that makes all the difference: availability. Right now, only one of these next-gen cameras is actually slated to be sold in the US.
Which leaves us with this one big final question. For years, DJI has been the undisputed king of this corner of the camera market. But now, with a really powerful new rival showing up right at the exact moment that regulations have benched DJI in a huge market, could this actually be the moment that everything changes?